Good evening everyone, Luke Taylor here for another album review, and today's album is 2017 Trivium, The Sin and the Sentence. Now for those of you who don't know, Trivium is a legendary progressive metalcore band from Orlando, Florida, and The Sin and the Sentence is their 8th record. And I just want to tell you, you probably know already that I'm a huge fan of Shogun. It's my favorite record of all time. And I just have to say, this is their very best record outside of Shogun. To me, this really is a best of record, which is so cool because they wrote a lot of material knowing that there are different Trivium fans all over the place, and sadly all of them can't agree, but hopefully they can all agree on this record because it seems like they took inspiration from their sound over the years and they put it in a perfectly cohesive album that is just, it was mind-blowing when I heard it because I was just like, yes, this is what I wanted them to do for years, and I have been thankful for every Trivium record because they're one of my favorite bands, but this one just did something different, and I want to give huge credit to the one and only Alex Bent. Alex Bent offers an incredible level of technical mastery. I'm not going to say that the previous drummers didn't have, but maybe just in the style and the flavor and the way he writes his parts, and all of the adds and fills, they're so dense. It's almost like a Chris Nolan film of drum playing because there's so much going on in a perfect way. It's not overkill. But I just have to say that's a huge addition. It changes their sound tremendously, and this album is just as technical in many ways as every other one. But the songwriting is there, and the course that they've taken throughout the years in learning how to write incredibly melodic songs, and with Matt Heafy developing his voice and bringing screaming back and sounding amazing, going back to 7 strings, all of these things really just coalesce together to make a perfect record. So the very first single that was released was the title track, The Sin and the Sentence, and I remember when I heard it I was like, yes! I think it's just because of that incredible chorus. I mean, the whole song's awesome, has this neoclassical passage, really cool solos, and I will say that this brings back the return of some of their progressive writing too, where they have more linear songs. They still have great choruses, but they have more linear songs, which is very interesting and very cool, especially as you keep listening to it. Those little riffs and those parts become more interesting, but the chorus on this song is so massive, and I have to say that with kicking off the tour for this album, that song just, every time I saw that song live on like a video or something, that song crushes. So they know too, at this stage in their career, how to write amazing live material. I think something like Strife proved that. I'm not a huge fan of Vengeance Falls, but Strife is just a badass song. Right after The Sin and the Sentence comes Beyond Oblivion, and this is one of my favorite songs from the record. I don't know why, I just love it. The chorus is awesome. I just feel in their writing too, the writing on this album is really excellent, not only the music but the lyrics, and I feel that they're really connected to things that are going on in the world right now, and they're writing something that really speaks to me as well, and Beyond Oblivion was one of the songs that really did that. Another one was Sever the Hand. It's probably my favorite. I can't say it's my favorite song, but it's just so good, and it's again one of those really cool linear songs with a great chorus, super awesome solos, just perfectly written. The ending, Thrown into the Fire, is incredible as well. This is an album that starts out with a title track, so unlike Shogun, which the song, album ends with the big song, I still think this is a perfect album closer. I wouldn't want The Sin and the Sentence, the very last song. I think Thrown into the Fire is beautiful, and there's just these wailing, screaming solos that kind of drown out the music at the end. It's such a great song. Overall, I think it's time that this guy should be on guitar magazines everywhere and posters of kids' walls. He's just one of the best players in metal, and he can do no wrong as far as his leads and his riffs. And the guy is a beast live. He covers all of the extra growling and stuff. Beaulieu is just a beautiful guitar player as far as like all the things you could want in a metal guy. I mean, I've been listening to his stuff for so long, and he's always inspired me. And I think he deserves a real shout out here. I wish more people would buy his signature Jackson guitar and be a fan of his, because he's really badass. Overall, the production is fantastic. Paulo and Matt and Alex and Corey are all badasses, making amazing music. And I just have to say, if you don't know Trivium and you want to kind of get into him, you hear about him, or you see Matt playing on his Twitch platform, this is the album that you want to go listen to because it reads like a best of. You might have some songs that you love, some songs that you don't like as much, but they do reflect upon the different periods of the band, different history of the band, and overall it's just a perfect mix. As you can tell by the flaming triangle there, my rating is gold. Okay, so are you a Trivium fan? Have you heard this record? Please let me know in the comments below. Please tell me what you think. I'd love to have a little discussion, love to talk Trivium. Please check out the links for this. I have some really cool videos of them, but of course I have a playthrough, a drum playthrough of Alex Bent, so you can just see one-on-one how awesome the guy is. I believe it's Beyond Oblivion, so please check that out below. Have a wonderful day. See you later.